You guys loved Ben. You loved him. So you brought him back for round 2. This time we're going to talk about something else. Like I mentioned before in the previous video, Ben's brilliant in mindset. And in fact, if you didn't watch the previous video, I'm going to link it here. But Ben, quickly, who are you?
Ben Coomber, nutritionist, got into this because I used to be obese and my life-changing journey got me into health and nutrition, and now I just try and educate as many people as possible about the power of food, lifestyle change, and feeling awesome.
And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Feeling awesome, being awesome, and how health and fitness can do that. So with that being said, let's dig a bit deeper. Why are you so passionate about nutrition and fitness?
Yeah, so I think when I was obese, like winding back, and I was faced with the fact that I needed to lose weight. I needed to lose weight initially because I thought my career depended on it.
Yes.
So I was an actor at the time, and I didn't want to be that overweight, jolly, side part actor.
I was at drama school, and
I
wanted to be a leading lady.
Yeah, I wanted to be a leading man.
Yeah.
And I was like,
look at us now, eh?
I need to lose. I had no idea. I needed to lose weight. Like I wasn't going to be successful. So then I was just relentless. Like my career depends on me being slimmer.
This is exactly my process.
Yeah. So I went through that journey, and because it was all tied into my career, it changed my career. It changed my life. I became more confident. I became more ambitious. My mindset changed. I had self-worth. I had self-confidence. You know, I was empowered to do things physically. Like I could challenge myself more. So actually, I talk about nutrition because for me, it's now the starting blocks for people to really achieve great things in their life, both in their personal life, their professional life. And that's what life's about, right? Isn't it? Having a cool job, enjoying your friends, doing cool shit, like going on amazing holidays, like all of that is so important. But it starts for me with feeling alive every day. And you have to get your diet right to feel alive, feel awesome every day.
That is so that was so perfect. Like I said, I can massively relate. I had my weirdly similar story. Like I was at drama school. I started quite overweight, and then I was like, no, I want to be that leading lady. I started going to the gym, totally uneducated. Oh my goodness, the things I used to do in terms of nutrition. But it wasn't, the turning point for me was I assumed, I started to feel great when I sorted out my nutrition. So I was already into the fitness, that kind of happened first. And then I looked at my diet, and that was when I noticed the changes. And like I said, in my confidence and in my body. Yes, I was getting the results I wanted at the time, but also it was the knock-on effect it had to all the other aspects of my life.
I think with getting healthy, one of the emotions a lot of people have is that they feel bad. And I actually believe that you need to go to a slightly obsessive place to get the real results that you want, because you have to know how it looks and feels to go to that end point. If you don't get really into health and nutrition and fitness, you don't get a really good body, you don't get really healthy. So you do have to become a bit obsessed by it. It's like if you wanted to be an actress, you've got to be quite obsessed about acting.
Yeah.
You've got to train, you've got to learn, so if you want an amazing body, if you want to change your body, you've got to get into it.
Yeah,
you've got to learn.
It's your hobby, it's everything. Yeah. And that is so true, because like I said, I refer to myself, but I was that person who was like, right, if I'm going to go for it, I'm going to go for it, and I went for it. And actually the reason I ended up in the health and fitness industry was because I saw the passion and the energy and the dedication my friends were putting into theatre and acting and everything like that, and I was putting that into health and fitness and training and nutrition and wanting to know more and be better and educate myself in that area. And I soon realised that was where my passion lied, and that is how I ended up doing what I do now, because it was all driven from, it was definitely an obsessive place. Yeah. But it was all, that's driven me forward to now.
So, out of interest, why did you stop acting?
Because, this is the thing, that I got my personal training qualification when I left drama school. Yeah. And I thought, I'll do it on the side, because I'll earn some money while I audition. Yeah. And then I never auditioned. Okay. I think it was that was fate for me. That was.
See, I stopped acting, kind of similar in that I got into fitness, but for me, when I got into fitness and I changed my career, I started to change my body and my mindset, I realised that I was actually doing something for me for all the right reasons. Yeah. I was an actor ever since the age of 9, And for me, it was probably that I was always acting a part. I was always trying to get external gratification, like, look at me, I'm amazing, I can sing, I can do this stuff. And then actually I empowered myself where I could give something to other people and actually have more value than that 1 hour, 30 minutes that I was on stage enjoying the performance. I could change their whole life rather than giving them an experience for 90 minutes. So part of it was I was not doing it for the right reasons. I was doing it for a social validation reason, but I realised that I had the power to do something greater. And that's why I stopped acting and got into fitness.
And I don't know about you, but I personally find working in this industry, I'm a lot more in control of where I want to go and who I want to be and my voice. Whereas performing arts is so subjective, and you are always at the mercy of other people's opinions. And I just find that's personally, I find that's something which makes you insecure, which makes you doubt yourself, which makes you confused. And when I'm really fortunate I'm self-employed. I think I'd be awful being employed, to be honest now.
Yeah. I've been self-employed since I was 19.
I know, so I feel like but now I just kind of like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, and no one's going to tell me I'm crap at the end, and no one's going to give me notes. And that's kind of like, and I find things like this, when I'm teaching at like events, stuff like that, to me that's performing. That's that performing buzz. But that's why you public speak, isn't it?
Yeah, and
because it's performing, but it's performing with the right
meaning.
Intentions.
And I think if there's one thing that I want anyone watching to learn from me being very honest about making that transition from acting to fitness, is that I believe for anyone to be successful at whatever they want to do, professional, personal, you have to be brutally self-aware about who you are and why you have the emotions that you have. Like, we all have weird, dark thoughts now and again. That's perfectly normal. And don't think that changing that or getting rid of it is normal. Like, that I don't have weird thoughts, that Ben doesn't think that way and that makes him better than me or something. It doesn't. It's just that I'm very self-aware of who I am as a character, how my childhood and my environment has shaped me, and because I'm self-aware of that, I can shape it in a way that it never becomes negative. And that, like, if you can get to that place, however old you are, wherever you are in your life, that you're so aware of you and you can manage all those emotions, then your life is just positive.
Yes. It's constantly like not letting people's things people have said to you at the time, like, get in your head, and not letting people kind of eat away at you, and instead of that being, like you said, knowing yourself well enough that you can take people's criticisms on board and you can self-reflect and work it all out, but ultimately you're strong enough within yourself and you know yourself well enough to not let it get you down.
So this is very personal, but this will probably help end with some good context for people. People say to me, "Oh, Ben, you're really ambitious, like, you're doing loads of stuff, you do the speaking, you do all your different things. Why do you do that?" Now, when I was younger, I did it for an unhealthy reason. I did it because my parents split up when I was younger, when I was 12, and I did all this kind of acting out to try and get noticed by my dad. I had a separation, that's a natural emotion. So I was doing all this stuff to get noticed. I was putting all these videos out, and then it got to a point where I started to become very self-aware about why I was doing it, and I didn't stop or bottle that ambition. I just said, right, I now appreciate that is an unhealthy way to do this. I'm now going to do it for the right reasons, that I want to educate people, that I want to change the way people think, that I have the power to have a voice to help other people change. So don't get me wrong, there's still those emotions in there, but I control them in a way that they're always positive, because I knew that otherwise that would be destructive in the future if I didn't know how to kind of control what was really inherent in me.
I think it's fascinating. We could talk about it all day. Let's talk about your kind of 5 tips for being awesome. For like 5 tips or 5 steps to being awesome. So and they're going to take time.
They're not. They're going to be quick, right? First one is you've got to sleep right. You have to get in bed on time, get high quality sleep, because a lack of sleep stops you training intelligently and intensely. It makes you feel crap, it makes you want to eat sugar, all that stuff. Sleep properly. After that, always eat food that makes you feel good and makes you able to control your body composition. Everyone wants to be lean and happy, so eat a diet that enables you to be lean and happy. After that, put yourself in an environment where you can only succeed. Get the right people around you.
Yeah.
Turn up to the gym, because the first step of doing a good workout is actually turning up to the gym. You know, have the right food in the fridge, have the right supplements available, like whatever you need, get it in your environment, get it there. Probably fourth is coming back to people. Make sure you're surrounded by the right people, and that's why people watch people like you. They follow my work because they find that associating with us helps them keep them on the narrow when they maybe don't have those positive influences in your life. So get around the right people.
Obviously, you know, your girl games, like Zana and Vicky have been instrumental in my life. And I think the three of us would say it about each other. The reason we're so passionate about girl games is because we saw the impact having the right people around you can have on your life. And if it wasn't for those two girls, I would not have gone for it.
Yeah.
I don't think they really just gave me that nudge when I needed it.
Yeah, exactly. And the fifth thing, do things that make you happy.
Yes.
Like, be reflective on what you do week to week, month to month, and say, right, where was I most unhappy this week? Is it at work? If your job sucks that much, change your job.
Yes.
If it's in the gym, right, go and find a different gym, or try CrossFit, or take up cycling, or whatever. If it's at home, like, be honest, maybe you move out. Is there an alternative situation? Are you not doing enough things in your life that make you happy because you're always working or always at the gym? Maybe go to the gym less and start parachuting more, or whatever. Just do stuff that makes you happy.
I love that. Thank you so much, Ben. Once
Thank
again, so many nuggets in there for you to guys have a think over, and maybe you want to watch it again just so you want to absorb it again. I feel like I want to listen again. That was awesome. Could we say awesome again in this video? Awesome.
Awesome.
And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.